following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you can just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, that's
No, please,
Let's have it.
You don't understand. Please, this is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it, okay?
So, Oz, this week we are not only going to be talking about Titans, Marvel's What If. Phil's got another question for us. I'm going to talk about Shang-Chi. But before we get to all that, Oz, I think we should talk about why we're a day late and $1 short.
Oh, I would love to talk about that. So apparently we are $1 short because we have some technical difficulties this morning starting the show. It could have been I stepped on the microphone plug and it was halfway in.
And this guy just knew it was my fault. Even though he stepped on the cord hanging halfway out, and he's saying, "I can't hear you. I can't hear you."
No. I was ranting for 40 minutes about how, yo, man, your equipment sucks. You shouldn't buy $179 PC.
It was on sale. It was a good sale. It was a back to school sale. I picked it up on a back to school sale.
What school are you going to?
I don't have to go to school to get something on a back to school sale. That's not how that works.
You went through the School of Hard Knocks? Because I get it, man.
Hey, no, for sure. I went through that too.
Oh, no, you have not. Man, as the saying goes, you're soft like a pillow set.
Well, let's not go too far. But continue.
But wait. So that's the $1 short. But the day late part would be regular Scott and his setup, not knowing how to properly get his. You need an audio engineer, dude. We need an audio engineer. Either you're gonna start going to school and getting some books for this, since you got your school laptop. I mean, since you're halfway prepared with your school laptop.
Hey, real quick. Couple things. Mm-hmm. So first off. Yeah. We're not going to hire an audio engineer because we're
doing great. We're doing great. Hey, do you, and I say we collectively because you take the brunt, the meat of the show. Do we edit the shows?
It's been over 2 years and I don't think I've edited one thing off the show.
No, dude, you were just straight up like, I'm like, oh man, you're gonna put a little like fade up.
Nah, baby, we're gonna raw it up.
No, we
raw and uncut, raw and uncut.
Oh man, hey, so there's like, could you filter out all that traffic? Nah, baby, we raw.
If we recording on the side of the highway, people gonna know where we at.
Oh, I know. Like, especially when they're drilling on the side of the highway. And I'm like, yo, man, can you like soften that up a little bit? Ain't nothing soft about us, dude. School of Hard Knocks. We raw. I'm just saying, dude. I don't judge.
The moral and the gist of the story is that Uncle Oz wasted over an hour of our time because his cord was hanging out of his ear.
And the moral of the story is Ridley Scott wasted like a day of our time. A day.
It wasn't.
Dude.
It wasn't a day because our day was already done at that point.
I was done after you did. This guy, dude, seriously.
So we've had some technical difficulties, and it has been acknowledged. It has been it has been acknowledged, and it has been stated on this show multiple times. It's not something that I have hidden, that me and technology do not get along. So this is not something that I'm shying away from. But I don't want to take away from the fact that.
Don't you see? We will acknowledge the challenge part of it, because it was a challenge. I had to troubleshoot and go, oh, I should plug in my microphone before out the way. Dude, that's called problem solving. That's called troubleshooting.
Hey, you know what? I'll give you that. You took blame. You took ownership of it.
You were about to call an IT guy, and I said, hold up.
No. What I was about to do was call somebody else and be like, "Hey, I gotta do a show. I don't think Oz can make it this week."
This dude, hey, I could tell what kind of heart you got too, because you're just like, "Let's not do a show this week." I was like, "Wait, hold up. Let's figure this out. Let's go slow." No, I don't want to do a show this week, dude. I'm good. I'm like, hold on, man. Hold up. We're both here. We're hyped. We're ready to do this. I can't hear you. Good. Next week.
Oh man! All right, but the thing,
I've never seen you type so fast all my life, dude.
At the end of the day, we're here. You know, we're live. We got energy. We're bringing you a show. We're not face to face, so this one might actually go well.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I don't have to see your face, dude. And look, and let me tell you something. Every time I go over this dude's crib, man, he's all like, "Yeah, come over. I got you set up in our podcast area. It's pretty dope too. The podcast area he has. But whatever I may have left last week, you can sure bank on it, and a week before being there too. And so what I did, and now another thing that you won't say is that what I did yesterday, we were getting ourselves ready for it. I went over, dude, and I rearranged his whole jank. He was like, "Whoa. You should be on TLC, dude. You just
I didn't say that."
I was like, I know it was like an episode of Hoarders, huh? He goes, "Wow." I was like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, give me."
So that didn't happen.
In 2 days.
That didn't happen.
Come on, man. Did I not?
No. You have definitely you've definitely done some
enhanced it.
Some enhancing, I guess, is the word. Some rearranging in the bird box. You've definitely done some rearranging in the bird box for sure.
I cleaned the bird poop out of the bird box.
Let's not go too far. But Oz, this week, we are going to talk Shang-Chi, What If, Titans. It's been a pretty busy week, and while we're on the subject, we are recording this a day late. But Oz, you even watched a little bit of AEW All Out last night with me.
It was a trap, dude. That's the only reason you had me over there. And that thing, it just made me. I appreciate getting into your world and to all your fans who appreciate your shows here and on Bover. Cheap plug. But I would also like to say, really, she a full-time dentist?
He's stuck.
Really?
He's stuck on DMD. Britt Baker being a full-time dentist.
Is she fixing her girl's Rebel and the other girl's teeth for free, or is it just like, no, you guys see someone else, man? I don't do that.
Well, and actually, her husband debuted in the main event later on that night too.
Was he a dentist too?
No, he's not a dentist.
Oh, right. He's a dentist. He's a dental assistant.
He's an optometrist.
Oh, for real?
No. No.
Okay.
He's Adam Cole, baby.
Okay, so what does he do for a living?
He wrestles.
Okay, so she's a wrestler and a dentist, or is she a dentist and a wrestler?
She's a dentist and a wrestler.
Okay.
Right?
So if
she's
a dentist who wrestles, and she's got two girls with her. Who's the there's Rebel, and who's the other one?
Jamie Hayter.
Okay. So, yeah. It's a Jamie Hayter Rebel.
Daniel Bryan showed up, or Bryan Danielson.
Okay. And then refresh my memory. Who did DMD wrestle?
Oh, the alien Chris Statlander.
Her name's called the Alien, right?
Yeah, the alien. This
and
is the match
ain't nothing
that
alien about her. Ain't nothing Area 51 about her. Oh, she an alien because she put on her. She got weird makeup. I was like, no, you're not an alien. You just went to my high school.
Hey, it was a good match. It was an enjoyable match.
And so we really, and I still sympathize with the guy who's like, it's real to me. Y'all still be like, even when you be seeing them blows like that, and y'all still like, I'm with it, dude. I'm all in.
No, look, I will give you that match did have a couple of spots where a couple of the shots weren't as maybe snug as you wanted them to, but the match was good. I thought Chris Statlander did really well.
A couple, and then you maybe watch the what's his name, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Bro, that guy is nothing like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
No,
John Moxley.
But he's called the Wild Man,
the
right?
lunatic.
Oh,
Unhinged.
Wild. And his theme song is Wild Thing, right?
Yeah, that's his theme song.
Why don't they cut out the middleman and just get Charlie Sheen to do it? You know?
Because he's John Moxley, dude. Let that man live. Him and
dude,
and him is Kojima.
And Lord have mercy on my soul. I was watching that match, and I must have dozed off for 30 seconds, and then I saw that dude turn into somebody else.
No, you saw Minoru Suzuki come out and give John Moxley the Gotch pile driver.
I would have thought with this day's age of CGI, it would have been cool just to watch him morph into somebody else in the fight.
So how would you explain that to the live audience?
Dude, I mean, how does the live audience explain what they're seeing and still going, yeah, this is some athleticism here. This, man, I don't want to ever go see an MMA fight because that's fake.
Hey,
this dude had a person in a crab, and I'm like,
it was actually a Boston crab.
So it's the Boston crab, and I was just going, real life, that's like your TL, your L2, your L7 cracking, breaking. And this dude got up again. I was like, wait, what?
Got up quick too.
And then, as any professional real wrestling in the Greco and the Roman Greco style of the Olympics,
Greco, like the Grecian form of the Greco, got it. They started in a very fine tradition of slapping each other's chests, one slap at a time. Where in every street fight I have ever participated in or seen, that's how it goes down. Hey, you know what? And I mean this in all honesty. I would genuinely love to have you watch a full pay-per-view and just get your commentary on it. Because if this is what you're giving me off of those two matches, I can't imagine what you would have thought of the Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers in the cage.
I cannot wait to see some Bucks in a cage. You gonna tell me you had some Young Bucks in a cage?
Versus the Lucha Brothers.
Oh, you had some Lucha and some Young Bucks.
All right, so we're gonna do that. So 100%, the next AEW pay-per-view, which I think is Full Gear, we're gonna get that and watch that because
just give me 3 beers and I'm down. Dude. 3 beers and we have to watch it on your big TV, not on your little laptop.
Always a disrespect.
No, I'm not trying to disrespect, but I'm just saying, man. So, is she allowed, the dentist? Is she allowed to work Is she allowed to work on other wrestlers' teeth? I want to see her become evil, and then her start drilling people's teeth. Oh no, she's about to do the drill on her. Watch out. She's about to do the cavity creep on her. I'm like, what is that?
Or her finisher is the lockjaw, where she puts her hand into your mouth and pulls your jaw up.
Yeah, see,
from the inside.
Okay, how ethical is that for a dentist to be doing that?
She knows how unethical it is, and that's why she does it, because she's nasty like that.
She's like, I'm about to put the anesthesia on you.
But she does wear a glove when she does it. So
it's okay, but I wish she would do a trick called the laughing gas or something like that. You know. Because I was just laughing the whole time. I was like, man,
She's got the Pittsburgh Sunrise.
And now, what dental move is that? I have a dentist appointment next week. I got to ask my dentist. I like to have the Pittsburgh Sunrise. He's like, "Whoa, wait, that's a secret."
Oh my god, dude! If I'd have known this was gonna happen, I would have just planned on having you watch the whole show, and we would have just. Oh wow, this is great.
It just brought me back to my old. I was like, man, I was a naive little kid. Oh, Ricky Steamboat.
So AEW is much more realistic and sports based than like WWE. So I wonder what you would think of a hokey WWE type pay per view.
Well, what's the A1, or isn't there another one that's like really like kind of?
He said A1. Oh, you mean this A1? We ain't talking about no barbecue sauce. This guy said A1.
I thought you put the A1 sauce on that wrestling.
You mean the G1?
Okay, that one too. G7, G1.
Oh my
B4.
God. Now he's playing Battleship.
You sing. Pull that Battleship on him. And the crowd goes crazy. He's about to pull the "You Sing My Battleship."
Oh my God.
I want to see a bunch of wrestlers named after board games. Oh, there's Monopoly.
Hey, actually, Monopoly wouldn't be that actually probably would be a name you would hear in WWE.
So Monopoly would be like the owner, you know what I mean, like the manager of the board game guys.
No, Monopoly would be the name of like a group. That would be the name of the group, the Monopoly.
Well, that's the name of the group, but in that group, they would also have these two duo wrestlers called Shoots and Ladders. They'd have one big, huge black dude, stereotypical, and his name is Life. Oh, you want to play the game of life? Come on, let's go.
And then you got to have the real snarky, smarmy guy. His name is Spade.
What's up, Spades?
His name's Spades.
You want to mess with Jim Rummy too?
Jim Rummy.
Hey, yo, Uno, come over here.
Oh my God! And then look, you know they got they have an old veteran woman in the group, so her name's Old Maid.
Oh, you got Old Maid in there, and then you have the guy who's kind of like the jester, but he's known for his finishing move. He's sorry.
I don't know how this happened. I don't know how we got on this, but this is great. But look, before we get too deep into things, because we're coming right back to it, allow me to set the table and clear it all off so we can play all these board games. This is Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, the comic connoisseur, the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. Oz, what's going on?
What is up, my comic connoisseurs and all my board game wrestlers?
It's Comic Conrads. You can find us on Twitter at Knee4 Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. You can email us at Knee4Marvel vs. DC at GoDefyLife.com. You can also leave us a voicemail, 804-518-6631. Like, subscribe, leave us 5 stars anywhere you get your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, all those places. We would love your support. Go to Good Pods if you're feeling froggy. You can leave us a tip in our tip jar on Good Pods. We are always accepting tips, 50 cents, a quarter, $1. We'll take it absolutely anything you got. We'll even take advice.
Looking for some new followers at Ozzy Real. OZZIEREAL. And you know what? I'm mixing it up. I'm gonna start saying, what's up, my comic connoisseurs and comrades. I'm gonna flip the script on people, dude.
You can do it.
I'm gonna become a pro wrestler.
Shout out to Big Time Wrestling that comes through Prince George High School in Virginia.
Yo, is that through our my friend?
Absolutely. That's through your friend. That's through your guy.
Oh yeah.
Give him a shout out. Give him a shout out.
Hey man. Hey, shout out. Hey, listen to all my wrestling folks and fans. I hope Regular Scott will give my friend David Emery a little shout out. Hey. This dude has been bringing the real game for the last decade plus. His heart has been in nothing but wrestling. He's got a day job, and like a lot of the real like hype intellectual good guys. His day job and involves in being involved in the educational system. I don't want to blast this whole scenario out, but it's just cool, man. And he's been doing this thing for a while. He brings in all your favorites, dude. He's had the Flair in. He's had a Steamboat in her once in a while. He brings all your people for all the old heads that you grew up with. You were wondering what they're doing now. You get a chance to see it, and shout out to him for doing that, man. It's cool, and man, you should get him on your program one time and interview him, dude. I can manifest that if you like.
Yeah, we can see about that. So,
actually, I'm gonna hit him up right now, dude. Yeah, give a little shout out, dude. Yo.
Okay. Oz, before let's get back into our wrestling talk.
You like that, don't you?
Not particularly, not from you.
You do. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I just want to close with this. Is AEW, from what you saw, is that something that interests you as a non-wrestling fan?
No, but I will tell you this: when I saw, it was years ago, but when I saw the footage of your boy in a cage match. He ran across the top of the cage. Then
he's also speaking. He's talking of Elix Skipper in TNA.
Yeah. Pardon me. Excuse me. Good coffee. When I saw that TNA, and I was like, man, that's the kind of stuff I'd be all about watching. You know. But when I'm seeing DMD or whatever the dentist is, I'm like, she ain't gonna work on my teeth.
The DMD.
Yeah. This girl went up there and she said, DMD, and the crowd was saying it right behind. I was like, what the?
Oh, hey, the people love her. The people love her.
My God, like, and
she is legit one of the 4 pillars of that company.
I'm like, they love you and they love who you roll with too, Rebel. Really? I mean, okay, cool. My name's Union. Shit, I'm gonna get my clique together.
Hey, shout out to Jamie Hayter too.
Yeah, my clique is I'm having my clique are gonna be 3 people: Union, BLM, and they go, oh my, Black Lives Matter. I was like, no, it's bacon, lettuce, mayo, man. Stop being racist. And then I'm gonna have BLM, Union, and then the headliner is gonna be the cardiologist she's a full-time heart surgeon and a part-time wrestler, you know, and she's got a move that will stop your heart. It's called a thumper. It's called a heart thumper. My God. And she's gonna come out and go, goddamn, what can she say? SMH. or no, she's gonna come out TMI. Oh, you know, she's a full-time cardiologist.
STFU.
Yeah, right.
All right, that's enough.
WTF.
So those are your thoughts on the dentist.
The cardiologist with Union and BLM.
All right, got it. Yeah, I can't wait. You know what? Maybe, because I'm sure they're gonna have a big show here soon. Maybe we'll just watch a show. I'll just get you to watch a show, one of the shows, and we'll do a review on that.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let's do that for next week.
Okay.
Let's do that for next week. So I want you to, this Wednesday, I want you to watch Dynamite.
You just tell me.
Well, I'm just gonna lay it out for the people. I'm gonna have you watch Dynamite on Wednesday.
Oh my God!
And then I kind of want you to watch the WWE one too, just so you can not only see the difference, but feel the difference of the crowd and whatnot. So, maybe you should do Raw. But that's a long show.
I remember Raw. Yeah, it's just like,
I won't make you do Raw. I'll let you do SmackDown.
Do you know why I started hating all that stuff? When they started putting Raw and everything on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, that was ECW.
And I was like, well, why is that? So you're blatantly saying this is all science fiction.
Well, they did have zombies on the show when they did that, and vampires. It was ECW. ECW.
Sting.
No, Sting was never on the side.
But he was part of the ECW back in the day.
No, he was part of WCW.
He never went to the ECW?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Not the Stinger. WCW and TNA.
TMI.
Okay. Yeah, so nice wrestling talk, guys. I didn't expect to spend the first 25 minutes on the show. No, it was actually really bad, but I enjoyed it. Real quick, thoughts on Shang-Chi. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully Oz will see it in the next week so we can talk about it next week on the show. But if you want my thoughts on it, I will be talking all about it.
Oh, boy.
On Vover on Tuesdays with regular thoughts of regular Scott. This Tuesday, it's going to be all about Shang-Chi, where I place it in the MCU, where I think it ranks as far as origin movies go. You can catch all that.
You know what? You make me mad. Hey, won't you rank where you watched it too?
I will rank that on Vover as well. Check it out on Tuesdays. Regular thoughts of regular Scott. And you can also get my full thoughts on AEW All Out this coming Wednesday on the 3 count.
You can get my full thoughts on that too, man.
And on Friday.
You can
get my thoughts on the Titans After Show, which is the weekly Vover go-to for the all things DC HBO Max Titans.
Now, thank you for plugging yourself. Although, no matter how cheap the plug was, so whatever.
Well,
to our listeners,
I figured some people, there might be some people who want our opinion on.
You're right.
On Shang-Chi.
We're doing fine, dude. I have my opinions on the trailer. Simple as that. You don't want to talk about that right now.
Oh man! So I just wanted to throw it out there for the people that there is another option for us if you want to hear our thoughts.
There is, and I saw the first 5 minutes, and then I felt guilty about it because of the way I saw it. So.
I actually wouldn't paid money for it, and I was over here streaming it illegally. Talk about a bummer to the system.
Oh no! Wait. Now paying money to the bootlegger is not like paying money.
Wait a minute! I didn't pay anything for that stream I showed you. I actually went to the movies.
When?
I went on Friday.
You don't get subconscious, man. You see, you get nervous. I went on Friday.
I just wanted to make sure I gave you the right day. Didn't want to lie on air.
This dude said I went on a day.
All right, peep game though.
But you to get my thoughts on it. You enjoyed it. You said that you enjoyed it, as one of your quotes was, you thought it was the Asian version of Black Panther.
Yeah.
And it
actually had a really good final act.
And they had a really good, apparently, fight scenes and all of them.
Yeah, really good. Shout out to Aquafina.
Okay. Aquafina's dope, dude.
Yeah, you're not.
CC.
I don't know where that came from. I don't know why.
To all of our dear listeners who like to rate our show, what would you give regular Scott for just that blatant disrespect? Where did that go? Was it about the wrestling? I'm sorry.
I don't know where that came from. Sometimes I just
sometimes
I just see your face and I'd be like, ugh.
Again, where did that come from?
I don't know, man.
Let me not disrespect you. So when you're bent over like that with your screensaver, the center of the star of that sun, it looks like it's illuminating your back like that. It's really cool.
So I have Shang-Chi in the background. My background, my screensaver, because I was making fun of all the inventory I have in my bird box. But let's
look at that one. That looks great, doesn't it?
It doesn't look bad. Let's actually hear a listener question from our good friend Phil.
Hey, it's your your boy Phil doing his question for the week for both Ozzy Killmonger and the Regular Thought. And I would like to see if you guys can name for me 7 from Marvel and 7 from DC. These people are, I need to know if they have at least list 7 that have mental disabilities, and if not mental, then physical disabilities. I also want to wish my oldest son, who's turning 14 on his birthday, September 10th, a happy birthday. I hope to hear from you soon, and y'all have a blessed week. Can't wait to hear from you. Peace.
All right. So before we get to the question that Phil brought, happy birthday to your son. I'm not sure who the oldest one is, if it's Nate or Jay. So I'm not sure which one's the oldest. But happy birthday to whoever.
Yeah,
it
man.
is.
Hey, let's just say we hope your birthday. It's going to come a little late, but we hope your birthday was super awesome. And if you're able to listen to the show, we hope you're nerding out and having a good time and enjoying this too, man. Just remember, and I hope you didn't forget this. It's your day on your birthday. That's your one day. So just enjoy yourself, man. Well earned, and may you have many more.
I think the last thing he wanted was a rant from you on his birthday.
I think that's the first thing he wanted.
that's what he wanted to wake up to, was just a good old Oz rant.
If you want me to record this,
hey, you know what? Maybe you should get on Cameo and just do like Uncle Oz's rants, and people could just send you topics and pay you to rant on certain things.
Give me. What you want to rant? Oh, on the global warming. Okay, global warming is crazy. Then wake up,
dude. You should get on Cameo. Just $20 and be like, hey, give me $20.
If Rudy Giuliani can do that, I'm trying to get some money.
Look, people be like, hey, I want you to rant about why ketchup is better on hot dogs than it is on burgers.
Well, it's very simple. The ketchup stays very consistent with the hot dog. That's supposed to be
okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Let me get my Cameo. Word up.
But let's get to Phil's question. Yeah. He wants 14 in total, by the way, of mental or physical disabled characters in comics. So,
which Marvel or DC? Which one would you like to go first?
I'm going to start with Marvel, and I'm going to start with Daredevil.
Ooh, well, as in
physical disability. Physical? Yeah, physical disability.
Well, yeah, sure, but I was also if you're going to say Daredevil, we can still go with him. He also suffers from depression too.
That's true. That is definitely a mental disability as well. So okay, so Daredevil fits the double entendre actually right there.
And we also have to remember too when we're saying that stuff, like how he works through his depression and everything too.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Who you got?
Legion. He
that's a mental.
Obviously, he's got just not obviously, but I think it's dissociative identity disorder.
Okay. I'm going to go with, and tell me if I'm wrong on this, I'm going to go with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, God, definitely, dude.
Definitely a depression.
Well, but I think it's also broken psyche, too.
So like an instability type thing.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of things like having created her twins and then having it's a lot of stuff broke her down, yeah.
Okay. Who you got?
Oh, Storm. She's claustrophobic.
Oh, that's a really good one, actually. That's a really good one. Yeah, because that's not one that you would really think about, but that could be a really terrifying type of illness. You know what I mean? Like that's terrifying. All right, give me let me try to think of another physical. Give me Oh, Professor X.
Yeah, I would also say
he's got a physical disability.
Yeah, on the physical Silhouette from New Warriors, she was able to emerge in the shadows, but she her legs were severely damaged, so she walked on crutches.
Okay. I think that's 7, but give me one more. Oh, you just did Silhouette. So, yeah, that should be...
I could give you one more that we should.
Okay.
Hank Pym, bipolar disorder.
Is he bipolar? Is okay? So he.
Yeah, and then you got Sentry, who's schizophrenic. You got the Hulk, obviously, with his anger issues.
All right, let's go to DC. Who you starting off?
Can we do one more just to keep it real kill? Hey, one more for just so we should to keep the ladies there. Jessica Jones for sure, PTSD.
Okay, yeah, let's go one. I guess you can't. I was gonna say you could do Misty Knight, but she gets a metal arm, so that's not really a physical disability anymore.
No.
All right, so let's go to DC. Who you got?
Batman.
Barbara Gordon.
Oh, that's good. The Joker.
I mean, actually, let's make this a little bit more difficult. Let's not use the Bat family, because I feel like almost every person in the Bat family has some form of is going through something. So, I
like that idea.
Let's do
Cyborg.
Cyborg's going. Roy Harper.
What's up with Roy? Oh, just addiction.
Yeah.
Or
is that not a thing now? Is that not his current? Is that not a current trait of him now, or is that just something that's in the past?
I still would put Speedy in there because that arc was forever in the '80s, in the '70s, '80s, and a little bit in the '90s. So I think it's worth saying.
Okay.
Just saying. DC. Oh, well, we can still put Roy Harper from Young Justice when he lost his arm.
Yeah, that's true. Yep, that's true.
You said Barbara Gordon, right?
No Bat family though.
Jericho.
Jericho's good. Let's go with.
I know.
Now you take the Bat family out, it gets a little harder for me.
Well, it's all their families, but you can also go with to a certain point, they all have post-traumatic stress disorder. But how about
I guess you could go with Barry Allen then a little bit, right?
With what?
Wouldn't he have a little bit of PTSD from seeing his parents?
From seeing his mom, right?
Or from seeing his mom die, or is that not a thing? You would know better than me.
Well, PTSD is a thing.
I know that's a thing. I'm talking about for him.
Well, yeah, we'll do it. Doom Patrol, the chief. He's in a wheelchair, and then you could take Brainwave, who had some like depression and mental health issues too, but still kept it going.
Okay. Yeah, DC. You take out the Bat family, it seems to get a little bit harder. At least for me, it does.
Well, it's possible though. You know, you could do Captain Marvel Jr. He used to walk on crutches and still on crutches, right?
Yeah. I mean, then there's the like Shazam's family. That some of them have physical disabilities before they
That's
transform.
what I just said.
Yeah, but it's more than just one. Like there's a couple of them, right?
No, only in canon. It's only.
But what about the movie?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you about the movie. I couldn't remember.
I'm just all right. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we got for that one. Phil, it's a good question.
It was a great question.
That's all we got for that one, though. Because seems like we're getting a lot of dead space, a lot of dead air. So I think we've maxed out on that one.
Oh no, because you're forgetting them. Like I would also put in like Doctor Midnight, who can only see at night, but he's a skilled surgeon. You know, he's got perfect vision at night. You can't do the Bat family because I was going to put all that. Literally every single Bat villain has some form of something. You know.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on and talk about Marvel What If. the Doctor Strange episode. Oz, what did you think about it? What are your thoughts on the Doctor Strange episode?
Okay. Out of all the ones I've seen so far, that one was just so. It was just sort of all right. I was expecting at least some turns. Can we do spoiler alerts here, or what are we doing here?
Yeah, this is a full spoiler.
I was expecting just like, that car that kept going up behind them. I thought that was going to at least be like the Ancient One or Doctor Strange or something, but the car just wasn't relevant. But it just that wasn't out of all of them so far. That just wasn't the strongest one.
It's a weird thing because I actually really disagree with you. I thought this was the first one that actually showed like real consequence of what happens if something goes wrong. As far as that entire universe was destroyed. This is the first one where we've seen an entire universe destroyed because of a decision that was made that changed everything. But this is the first one that's had real consequences.
It just seemed very weak because like his true love was Cleo. It just seemed like something as a filler to put a Doctor Strange story.
But this is based on the movie, though. The movie version, the character was his true love. You could tell, that's his girl. So I get what since it's based on that, I get why they did that. So okay, so that's interesting that you thought this was probably the weakest one.
It was not my favorite. Okay. It was not my favorite at all.
Because I think this, a lot of people have said that Doctor Strange that we see there is the one that we see in Spider-Man in that trailer.
Why is that one?
Because remember we talked about the rumor either last week or the week before about that Illuminati being formed, and it seems like those are all people from the Marvel What Ifs. So
right, but
I wonder if
be that Doctor. I felt like that Doctor Strange was self-contained in that universe, and that's his own. It's just weird.
See, I don't know. I don't think any of this is self-contained. Any of these episodes are self-contained.
No. What I meant to say is that it felt like he imprisoned himself because he absorbed everything in that universe. He just imprisoned himself in sort of like in the gem of that. So that's what I mean by self-contained.
Yeah, but he's gonna get out though, and I think he's gonna end up playing a part going forward in the MCU. I don't know how, but I
don't see that.
I feel like somebody from every one of these episodes is going to play a part in the MCU going forward, in some way, shape, or fashion. Whether we see them in like the next Doctor Strange movie, or the Spider-Man movie where both of them are dealing with the multiverse, I think we see someone from each of these universes going forward.
I see that. I think it'd be cool just to see I'll say this about that episode. It was nice seeing the fight scenes.
Yeah, that was cool. And it was cool seeing, and I think this was also a demonstration of how powerful, to show how powerful Doctor Strange really could be. Like, legit, all seriousness, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch together would be the most troublesome, fearsome, and probably powerful duo you could do. I mean, I can't imagine what their child would be like. That Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch who just gets rid of universes at a word's notice. Like that's an incredible tandem.
Well, it was kind of cool just to see that. Well, it's the nature of magic because I've been recently just trying to think of magic as just science again, and it was good seeing how the Ancient One was able to like split those two.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. That was an interesting little twist.
Yeah, but then man, it's so strange that she would split them. And then it's sometimes I always go, man, the Ancient One is kind of evil in some ways.
But doesn't she always know like what's going on? So maybe she knew like that was what was supposed to happen.
Yeah, I guess, man. It's just yeah.
Or that's a cop out, and I'm just giving it too much credit.
Yeah, it seemed like her easy way of doing it was to split those two, but then it just felt like she would have monitored after he had absorbed at least a couple of them.
Yeah, I get you on that. Like, and you would have thought she would have been like, "All right, what's going on over here?"
Yeah, because like this dude has been doing it for literally centuries.
Yeah, and his power was, and his like he couldn't even control his form, like he was so powerful.
Yeah, and so you get to see that he just kept absorbing, and you got to go, wow, did he absorb Dormammu, and all that, and like Mephisto and all this other stuff? Is this very interesting, you know?
And who's to say that like he didn't show up on somebody else's grid, like on one of these like intergalactical Avengers type thing, and he didn't absorb some Avengers or whatnot?
Well, he took the whole universe, so there had to have been some fight.
There you go. So
you know,
yeah, that's an interesting one. I like I said, I do think we will see somebody. I think we'll see this Doctor Strange again. I think he shows up later on down the road. Let me look real quick and see what the next episode is going to be about. What if Thor...
I'm just waiting for them zombies, dude.
This next one is, what if Thor was banished to Earth but was still worthy of his mantle?
So that means, what if Thor came to Earth with the power of the Thunder God?
Yes. And you have to... And I think what we have to remember is how Thor was when he first arrived to Earth in the movie. Because he was cocky, he was arrogant, he was entitled. So imagine him having all that, but having the power that he claimed to have all along.
Well, he's going to go fight a bunch of superheroes, and there's going to be some death.
I like this, man. Like I'm really intrigued by these stories and appreciate that they've all really made some significant changes to the canon, and I like that. I like this what if story. Well, these are great.
And also, I wonder if he's gonna wind up having to fight. We'll see maybe Thor versus Thanos.
We could. I don't think we'll get that far. I think this is since it's the first movie. I think we'll see maybe like him and Hawkeye, who was around when he first showed up? It was just Tony Stark.
Well, Tony Stark, Hawkeye.
Bruce Banner.
We may not see Captain America, but we're definitely but all that was leading up to.
It was all leading up to them getting on. But I don't think any of that had happened. I think the only thing that had happened at that point in the movie verse was just Tony Stark. Black Widow would have been around, and
wasn't one of the Cosmic Cubes or something else was involved in that too? In the first movie, yeah, they had that. They got that too.
The Tesseract in the first movie?
I thought there was a Tesseract because one of the professors, the guy professor. Yeah,
I don't think the Tesseract was in the first one because I think the Tesseract first showed up in the Avengers.
It's gonna be interesting because then we're gonna have to see Loki too. Loki's gonna have to make.
We probably will see Loki. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Loki, or even to see Loki take over Asgard and bring Asgard to Earth,
or see Loki trick Thor.
So then we'll probably see Nick Fury.
Yeah, for sure.
Phil Coulson.
We'll see Doctor Strange, but
I don't think we'll see Doctor Strange. He wouldn't have been around.
Okay, we'll see. Well, let's see.
Yeah, it'll be that. I think that's going to be interesting to see who is around and available to even use. All right, let's wrap up with Titans, and then we'll close with our final blows. And my final blow is going to be about Batman Red Sun, which I checked out this weekend. So,
Batman Red Sun?
Yes. Superman Red Sun.
What the?
Superman Red Sun. Batman was one of the big takeaways from it, but Superman Red Sun.
Okay. Sure.
Titans. What did you think about the latest episode of Titans? Lady Vic.
Didn't watch it. No, I'm kidding, dude. It was. I caught up on 3 and 4. It was good seeing the origin. Well, you thought you were seeing the origin story of Jason Todd, but it was real cool. I am interested in this Kane character. I like seeing Lady Vic. And Barbara Gordon was a badass, still is one.
Hold on, did you say you caught up on 3 and 4?
It was 4 and 5?
We're on episode
I
6.
caught up on the last two.
Okay.
What?
We're on episode 6.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Did you skip an episode?
Was the last one? Barbara. This will tell us everything. Did Barbara Gordon fight Lady Vic in the last episode?
Yes.
That's the latest one.
What happened? Okay, so what happened in the episode?
We good. That's all
well, let me just make sure you didn't skip one though, because you said 3 and 4. So what happened in the episode before that one?
That was the Jason Todd one.
Okay.
It was it.
Okay.
We good.
Okay, I just want to make sure because you said 3 and 4,
Uncle,
and I'm looking at episode 6, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Listen, Batman Red Son, Uncle Oz. Uncle Oz has got his numbers off, but you get the gist. You get the gist of the story. Anyway, so real quick, the Jason Todd thing was cool. That's a hell of a asthma spray he got.
There was no Jason Todd in this episode.
Huh?
There was no Jason Todd
in the episode before.
Oh, so we're talking about 5 and 6, dude. Yeah, why can't we just talk about 6?
Okay. All right, let me make you happy. Dude. This guy, this.
No,
clown,
I didn't.
Dude.
I didn't know we were doing a recap of the last 2 weeks. It's fine.
It's fine. The clown prince of Gotham. I want to talk about Titans for a second. Okay.
Talking about Titans.
Thank you. Without you interrupting, okay?
I can't promise that.
You ain't Edward Enigma, do you? You just like.
That's enough.
So, my friend, my comrade. Remember when George Clooney said that?
Yes, you bring this up all the time. I know it. He's like, what about a friend?
My friend.
What about a brother?
I'm like, dude, you adopted me. I'm not your brother.
All right, dude. Get to your point about Titans.
Okay, so Titans is good. Just for the fact that I liked seeing Barbara fight. She still is able and agile, and although it was kind of suspicious that she would hear Bruce, Barbara, you must come by yourself. Okay. I'm like, you shot Robin, your boy he used to go to bed with, and you're gonna go by yourself just because you're Bruce Wayne.
Hey, don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if we come to find out that Barbara and Bruce hooked up.
Why be surprised? They show it all the time.
I'm just saying.
You must come alone. Wear that dress that you always
wear.
Why
not have another reason for Dick Grayson to just be like, screw this Bruce guy, man. You took my girl. Yeah. You took my life.
Gotham and Barbara are yours. Wait, what? Wait.
And another thing about that scene, like I'm all for Titans, but a couple things about that scene. Like last week, on Lazarus, she gave away, or the week before when she shot Dick Grayson, she gave away the location of all of Batman's hideaway. We're not going to talk about that, but we will talk about how she just has these. I mean, they're at least 2-3 foot long metal poles just hanging in her wheelchair. Where's she been hiding those at? Where'd she pull those from?
No, we're not going to talk about that.
Where did she pull those from?
I'm just going to say we're not going to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is Lady Vic been killing people left and right, and she ain't messed with Barbara Gordon where she could just easily throw a knife at her from 20 feet away. We ain't going to talk about that. And the other thing we ain't going to talk about is to this day, episode 6 to make you happy. I still don't know if she got one leg or 2 legs, dude.
Oh, she got 1 leg. And listen, another thing. So Lady Vic knows
Are you sure about that?
No, but Lady Vic knows that Bruce is Batman?
See?
So who doesn't know that Bruce is Batman? If Lady Vic all villains knows that Bruce is Batman.
Crane got Jason Todd to tell all the secrets, sort of like on some reverse Death of the Joker thing, where the Joker did it, right? But then, everybody knows, dude. It's so crazy.
It's a weird thing that everybody knows who Bruce is, yet nobody's been able to take this guy out.
I mean, who's this weird billionaire who has all these toys, but he can't be Batman?
Why wouldn't you just show up at his house in the middle of the day?
Yeah, or just if you so bent on saying that you guys are illegal, you can't do it that way. There are ways. Why don't you just have? I'm going to post 5 police officers right by the Batcave, and we're going to monitor what you do. What's up with that?
Yeah, it's a really weird thing, and like so Barbara Gordon, and listen, and then Barbara Gordon is just going around stealing stuff from museums. Her and Dick, by the way. So now Dick Grayson is not only just this; he turns into this ultra violent, almost borderline psychopath. He is he just steals stuff for fun. Like he's got a problem.
No, say it. I know you love Dick Grayson.
He's an adrenaline junkie.
Robin, been Robin.
And then he had the nerve to try to name Barbara Gordon Robin Girl.
Yeah, but then this is. I mean, I like Titans and all this stuff. I'm gonna keep watching. But yo, man, it's just so much craziness. Like she shot that dude. He walked right into the police station. And one more thing. He walks into the police station as Dick Grayson, and everybody's like, look at Robin. Look at Nightwing. Yeah, I mean, hey, Dick Grayson, richest dude around. Hey, what's the heir to the richest dude in Gotham coming doing and Gotham PD all the time?
Hey, and then he's like, hey, how's your shoulder feeling? That's what they all think. How's your shoulder feeling, big guy? So everybody knows who everybody is. Like,
well, I'm going to say people are stupid, right? Gotham is full of dummies, but when they're just going, the police commissioner looks a little shaken when the richest guy in Gotham ever comes in and talks to her all the time. So weird. And the other thing too is, did your daddy know about everything before he had that heart attack from Mr. Freeze? Huh?
Yeah. Oh. There's no way that Jim Gordon didn't know because everybody else knows. There's no way that Jim Gordon doesn't know.
Dude, I'm just like,
or didn't know.
I have a lot of questions. I have a whole lot of questions.
Yeah, it's man. All right, we'll see what happens next week. I'm in for the ride. The weird part is I actually really enjoyed it when I first watched it because I thought it was so much better than the last couple of weeks. But now that we've talked about it, you just liked it because Nightwing went bonkers on someone. They try to listen for all the fans. We're going to make up for last season. As we introduce the Titans, we're going to have each Titan take out 3 bad guys. You've been harping on this for a month now.
Who takes out 40 bad guys?
Whatever, dude. All right. That's all. Here we go.
Commissioner Gordon, that rich dude. I swear, if you put a little mask on his eyes, he looks like Nightwing. Nah, it can't be. Anyway.
What you got for the final blow?
Hey, I got Regular Scott, my co-host, very upset with me yesterday, and I'm going to continue to. I have been watching SEE. It's on Apple TV, and it's the craziest ride. It's got Jason Momoa in it, and it's a future dystopian Earth where everyone is born blind. Where actually everyone has lost their sight, and so they're using their other senses. So if you think about like art, where it's a very visual, now it's like they make art by sounds, they make art by touch, they make art by smells, right? But they also make war by the same ways too. So when you think about that, it's cool because it's just the origin story of maybe for a century or plus, people have been born blind and they're getting to it. But as of the last 30 years, there have been small pockets of people who have been born with sight. Of course, so the blind people are going, oh, whoa, they're witches, whatever. But it's just season 2 and season 1 are based around that. Season 2 has Batista in it. And he's playing as the brother of Jason Momoa, otherwise known as Baba. And that, you want to see some good fight scenes. The choreographers are amazing because they fight around not having sight. And it's just the premise around it is beautiful. There's so much stuff. And I will say that the last one, episode 3, where what was that? All right, okay, ready? Yeah, and so man, it was that was bizarre. I don't but yeah, man, it's just been a great freaking ride. You see Batista, who reminds me of just, I'm like, he's a really great actor, and Momoa, they play so well off each other, and it's just been a beautiful thing. And I'm saying I recommend that if you get a chance, watch C. And it ain't meant for all the kids because there's some little scenes in there. But if you're an adult and you want to watch something that's cool, you want to see some amazing choreographed fight scenes and literally see what it would be like to live in a world where sight is not is a deficit to you. It's awesome. It's awesome. That's my final blow.
All right.
And one more thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, looks like Uncle Oz is trying to get a little sponsorship from C. Trying to get an Apple TV podcast. Hey, shout out! Why don't you get dude? That's your Vover.
Hey, let me tell you.
You can Vove about C.
Now let me see. If you really are trying to hear, if you will say I'm trying to get a little sponsorship from Apple for C, to answer in Spanish, C.
For my final blow, I did a little digging in the HBO Max archives, and I decided to check out, I was about to say it again, Superman Red Sun. I had actually never seen that animated film before, and I really enjoyed it. I really like the look of Superman with the black gloves and the black boots and whatnot. I actually really like the look that they used for him, and I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. I actually really like that. Wonder Woman's outfit with the black and red was pretty dope. Like I like the darker colors, the darker schemes. The Hal Jordan with the rings was different. I really liked the story, man. It was really good. That Batman is crazy. Like that Batman he's I guess what would happen if Batman became the Joker. Like he's legit crazy. Like everything he did was
Danya.
That dude said, oh, did I say 10 minutes? I meant 10 seconds. Oh my god. All right. It was just fantastic. Really good movie. Very strong.
Did you read the comic?
I have not read the comic.
You should read the comic because that's the comic. Obviously, is that the movie's based off the comic, and it's really cool.
How close is it to the comic?
It's dead centered. It's super aligned with it. They have some small tweaks, but they do show that it's a full circle.
It was
loop.
It was kind of cool seeing the characters like introduced, like Hal and Jon Stewart, and the way they manipulated the rings, Lex Luthor, and kind of how he fell into madness and went bald. Like it was cool in Brainiac. Like I liked how they did that. Bizarro, the way we got to a Bizarro. You know what I mean? Like it was really good.
A broken Wonder Woman.
Well, who comes back and is like, she gets her bracelets and is like, yo, I'm running this now. Like
you see the origin of Clark Kent. You see all this stuff. It's really cool.
No, I really liked it. I don't think, who cares if you're following it, but DC should 100% do like a what if series and have stuff because this would be a great live action movie.
Well, I know they did, and they had a whole thing. Sometimes they're terrible, and by the way, a lot of what if comics are really shitty. But they've done this whole thing called Elseworld, and Elseworld, I used to, man, talk about a crackhead. I was fiending back in the day for Elseworld. So, oh my, you're doing an Elseworld series, and they would do it on every genre. Sometimes they weren't great, but sometimes they were really spot on, dude, really good. Like that. Red Sun, Superman Red Sun, it was just really awesome. I remember reading that and it's going, my mind being blown, because Lex Luthor is not necessarily a terrible person and all that.
No, he's not. He gets a little misguided towards the end, but he's not a terrible person. Like he's got the right intentions, and you could tell, like, and even Lois, like, she's like, yo, he's got the right idea. Like he's going to change the world.
Well, I just want to tell everyone, and I don't tell everyone, but this goes without saying. And it kind of is subtly, really goes without saying a lot from the origin of Superman. You get it in Brightburn and all this stuff, but if Superman would have been born in any other circumstances or arrived in any other circumstances, he'd be a different person. If Superman would have landed in like Alabama, raised by a black family that's just been like impoverished and abused all their life, he turned into a different person, dude. You know, like I think about what if Superman would have been raised by Stokely Carmichael or Kwame Ture or Malcolm X or Martin Luther King's family.
Oh, if he'd have been raised by Malcolm X, that'd have been a problem for everyone.
But here's the thing for you. Here's a real good thing for you.
Because as good as Malcolm X is iconic and everything, but that's the wrong type of power to let that man have. I think Superman.
Well, but I don't know. That's not the wrong type of power for him to have. You know why? Because like Malcolm Malcolm X, Malik El Shabazz, you know, his family came out of tradition of just like black liberation, not black supremacy, black liberation. It's like, I'm not better than you, but I'm not worse, you know? There's that Ani DeFranco song that says, I don't think that I'm better than you. I don't think that I'm worse. And so like, if just imagine that man would have been raised in that environment. Think about this. Real quick, I'll be real quick about this. Malcolm X's family comes out of this tradition. His mother and father were activists, part of the Marcus Garvey movement, saying, hey, if we can't give justice and peace here and respect here, let's go back to Africa where we can build on our own again. Part of that whole thing. Really interesting. Father gets lynched by the Klan, you know, killed in front of everybody. Mother is sent to a mental health institution because white male doctors said that she had mental health issues because she was paranoid because she thought that white people were trying to kill her and her family after white people had just killed her and her family. So, you know, I want to interject it wasn't Malcolm X that was born. They picked up this little alien baby that adapted to their form and became black like them and looked like them. They picked that baby up and raised that baby to be Malcolm X. So Malcolm X, being born, saw his father, you know, his powers didn't mature until he was adult. He had to absorb the sun. So he saw his father, saw his mother. And I wonder what would happen. They should do that with Elijah Muhammad raising a Superman. And then that Superman going, whoa, this isn't the way, because he takes the journey to Mecca. He goes, everybody's the same. And that would be crazy because he would not have been assassinated. He would not have been assassinated. But he would have been, that's crazy. He would have had this whole encompassing view. He would have been that Superman. Imagine.
All right. Okay. So you can find us on Twitter at
We need that comic story.
Need for Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. You can email us, need4marvelvsdc at go2filife.com. We will read them on the air. Or you can leave us a voicemail, 804-518-6631. You can find Uncle Oz on Twitter at OzzyReal. He's got 5. He needs 5 more to get to 10. You can also... Whoa! Don't forget, you can find my thoughts on Shang-Chi Tuesdays, regular thoughts of regular Scott.
You can find me on Cosmo. I'm about to do some rants for you for $20.
Hold on, wait a minute, because this is definitely going to be the clip I use for the show. You said Cosmo?
I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
I don't know what you said.
He said Cosmo. You mean Cameo?
That's a Cameo. I said Cosmo. You can find me on Cosmo. You can find me at Cosmo with your boy doing some Nova stuff on PBS.
This guy said, you can find me on Cosmo.
I was just checking to see, man. You can find me on Cameo too, son. Cosmo and Cameo. Cosmo is my own Kickstarter I'm starting out.
Oh my God.
But you know, dude.
Tell me when you talk to him. Dude, just tell me when you talk to him next time.
Peace and some cosmic chicken grease.
Oh man, y'all have a good time because we're gonna have a good time. Till we talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.
Stop it. Peace.
You know, what you doing on a Sunday?